welcome to Jazz Grooves on the Wave. And of course, Jazz Grooves, this is where, we link up with the movers and shakers of jazz, the folks behind the scenes, those on stage as well. We link up with everybody. We're talking jazz, 2K15. Well, this is the Wave, 94.5, 93.7 FM. And of course, you know us, Platinum Media sponsor for the St.Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, 2K15. So inside the program this morning, we will link up, of course, like we always do. We'll link up with our friends from Tourist Board. They'll be passing through. The official photographers, they're here with us. We'll link up with them as to, how they got involved in this and what does it mean for them. We'll find that out from them. All that and more inside of this hour. And hear this, I have a ticket to give away. Oh yes, we're talking the official opening of the St.Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. Oh yeah. I know you want it, so I'll ask you some easy peasy wheezy question, something I know you could get, something real easy. We'll nice it up inside of this hour so you could, go to the official opening of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. It's on from April 30th. That's the date. It's happening at the Mindu Phillip Park from 8 p.m. Nice lineup, really great lineup. Destra from TNT will be there. Yes, Bacchanal, that's the Bacchanal woman self. Also, Chronics from Jamaica will be there. Yes, a nice lineup from the local lineup, a homegrown artists. I heard Cedale and Wildfire will be there. I heard Papa Vader will be there. I heard Afa Ale, who's the groovy Monarch 2K14, will be there, and my good friend Dupe from the south, I heard he will be there as well. I just hearing things, but Dahlia will be here. She'll confirm everything with us. She'll tell us all about the festival. We know they launched this week as well. Jazz on the Square, that's a big one. We want to hear more about that. So Dahlia will tell us all about that inside of this hour. This is the hour. This is Jazz Grooves. All right, I have guests here. I told you about it. They will be walking through. Dahlia is here. She is the special events manager of the St. Lucia Tourist Board. That's a huge title. That's a huge title. Dahlia, we welcome you. Dahlia God, we welcome you here. Good afternoon, Dahlia, and welcome to Jazz Grooves.
Hi, TC. Good afternoon, St. Lucia.
All right, good. So jazz is in the air. You have endless to talk about. But let's start with where we at now. What's the level of Jazz 2K15 now, Jazz and Arts Festival?
Pretty much at this time, 3 weeks before the festival, we're into execution mode, as you can imagine. A lot has happened, like you said, since I last visited the Wave. A lot has been going on. We've had pretty much a few launches of different fringe community events. Yesterday, I was fortunate to attend Jazz on the Square. So Jazz on the Square has had this big launch yesterday afternoon, yesterday morning. There's quite a few interesting artists. I'm specifically interested in seeing Professor, is it Phil Moore? From Trinidad, great panist. Ronald Buhingson is on there as well.
That's for Jazz on the Square.
Yes, yeah. Humphrey Inglis is there. Kenson and Soul to Soul is on there as well. Miguel Ciso from Venezuela is there as well. So the lineup I thought was very interesting, different genres, local, regional, and international as well. Jazz on the Square will remain lunchtime shows. It's from Wednesday, May the 6th to Friday, May the 8th. And it will be lunchtime shows strictly. As you can imagine, there's so much to do, and we don't want too many things conflicting. So we want to give the patrons an opportunity to experience, jazz, all its facets and everything.
So there's no nighttime event. I heard they took off the night from Jazz on the Square, so it's all daytime. So it's a free-day event.
Yes,
give us the dates
free
when it
admission.
kicks
It's Wednesday, May 6th to Friday, May 8th. It's lunchtime, a lot of culinary, a lot of food, lunch, food. That's what's going on. So I guess your business houses, across in the area, come out and support staff. I remember when I used to work in town.
You look forward to that.
Yeah, you look forward to that. So lunchtime is 5 minutes, and then it creeps to half an hour, then an hour. And then, the hour and a half, you're kind of almost ducking according to the vision. Yeah, you're looking, where are you? Lunch,
Yes.
So let people come out and experience. It's a nice lineup, TC.
It's, the tourist board working with a smaller budget, but it seems as if you guys have had to be so creative, What's it like? Sponsors coming on board? How difficult it is to put it on the 24th edition, Dahlia?
Like you rightfully said, the budget has been cut to I wouldn't say little.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. The budget has been cut. I'm being really honest, and so it has forced us at the tourist board to become a lot more creative in terms of the artists that we select. One of the innovations that we came up with, or at least the budget cost forced us to come up with, is the Friday night, the Caribbean night. That was not there before. Caribbean Friday night allows us to afford, or at least we can get more affordable artists on the Friday night. And from last year, it has been one of the shows that has been well received.
Yes,
so you know, innovation worked well, and so we're going down that route this year again. Sponsors for this year, we've been seeing a lot more sponsors coming on board. Interestingly so.
Wow.
We have new sponsors in the likes of KFCs on board. We have other media houses coming on board. NBC television is on, Carry FM, and different media houses have come on board. Banana Boat Agents, Peter and Company Limited, they're on board as well. And these are new sponsors coming in. There are sponsors who were with us a long time, like in the past, and now they've revisited the festival. We see that in companies like Liat, and Sol, to some extent has come back on board this year as well. So it's happening. The sponsors are there, they're happy, and everything's happening. TC.
There's a change with the Jazz Showcase. It's now moved from, I know they're doing some renovations at Gay T, so they've now moved Jazz Showcase to the NCC. Just talk a little about that, because I'm a Jazz Showcase man, I like the setting, I like the ambience, the sound, everything is be so perfect at the Gay T. Will you be able to catch to that?
Jazz Showcase will be very interesting. Like you rightfully said, it's normally at Gay T, but this year we've been forced to be creative again and to go back to National Cultural Center. Initially, it used to be at the National Cultural Center, and so
that's true, right?
we're just going back to its original home, kind of. National Cultural Center will be transformed. When the St.Lucia Tourist Board do events, you can look forward to that transformation.
I could believe that.
So we're working to create the ambience, to create the vibe. You already have two really good artists in Alain Jean-Marie, featuring Grant Stewart and Joey DiFrancesco. These are awesome artists. So we're just complementing that with, creating some nice decor, ambience, food type of thing. But it'll be a nice show.
Let's talk a little about the official opening that's set for April 30th in Marsha. I know the parliamentary rep, Philip JP, ain't playing that at all, and how to come in Marsha. Let's talk a little about that, the lineup and the whole setup of that.
The opening of Jazz, April 30th, Thursday, April 30th. The Friday is a holiday,
yes.
So we're out
we're
party.
going to Soufre.
Yeah, from there we're going to Soufre.
Yes.
So it's an interesting show. We have Chronix. Chronix is an interesting artist. A lot of people talk about Chronix. He's one who's very conscious, and he has a very huge following. It'll be interesting to see. When we announced the lineup and Chronix was mentioned, you should have seen, the response that he got. So, it'll be interesting to see his fans coming out, as well as a lot of people. St. Lucians have always loved Destra as well, Queen of Bacchanal.
Oh, yeah.
She's excited. They've been doing rehearsals.
They've
been in touch, and she can't wait to do Lucy in St. Lucia. So we're looking forward to that. Also for Marsha this year, we will be doing... we like to do things differently, and so the entire layout, the setup will be completely different to what you've experienced in the past. So we want to lay it out differently.
Any hints? No. Hints something.
Hints.
They're going to put the stage floating. What
We're just trying to accommodate all of the numbers that we usually get for the opening of Jazz.
Okay. All right, let me bring my other guest here. Let's say hi to the folks from Wave Maker Photography. Now, I've been seeing James Judah all on Facebook, boy. One guy that could post things is James Judah. Let me welcome James Judah and Jesse Evans from Wave Maker Photography. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Jazz Grooves.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, TC.
Right, so how are we going to start? How you got involved with being the official photographers? That's the name, right? That's the title you guys have, right? For the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. How did it all started? Give me your story.
Well, basically, it was a tender that the tourist board puts out, and what we done was just, got together, put our heads together, and went through the whole proposal to see what was required. And yeah, we put forth what we thought was a really good, colorful proposal, and just to really showcase, our portfolio, as well as doing our best to make sure that we meet up with the criteria of what they were asking for. And honestly, we just put it out there, just hoping. So we were pleasantly surprised when we got a response from the tourist board telling us that we had won that.
I've been asking photographers that, why do we need a photographer? Everybody have a camera now on their phone, on their stuff like that. How could you bring your profession? What are you bringing for the tourist board that, because everybody have cameras these days, snapping their own things and what have you. Talk about your work and your style of work, in that line of work, photography.
Yes, well, like you said, everyone has a camera phone, whether it be...
I like how you say that, camera phone. You see how he put me down already? A camera phone. So you have a professional camera. Go on, Jesse.
Yes, whether it be your cell phone or even a professional camera, DSLR. But where we are different is our perspective, meaning we bring something fresh to the table.
All right, that's good.
Yes. So normally you could just point and shoot and get a photograph, but not anyone can capture emotion, can really capture
scene.
Yes, the scene, the moment.
All right.
Something that you can cherish, something that you can keep. Yes.
All right, I like that. That's a very good answer. I see why you point on him. You answer that. That one is for you. Good. That's a really, really good answer. How long have you been guys doing this? Movie, what they call wave maker photography. How long has the business been going on?
Well, we actually registered the company beginning of this year. So it's actually been registered with the help of Seidu. They really were helpful. And in terms of us coming together, though, it's been over the past 2 years that we decided to come up together. Again, we were just doing this as a hobby. We're using our iPhones and taking pictures and just putting it out there on social media. But because of the response, we got from friends and so on, that's when we really decided, hey, maybe we can actually do this.
Somebody say you have a good eye. You have a good eye. You should take it on.
So that's why we actually, started to invest more in not just, equipment, but actually also learning photography.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Certain persons might just say, let me just go and take pictures, but we actually had to learn different things, different techniques, go online, go on YouTube, spend some time and actually learn different techniques to really help. And from there, over the past 2 years, that's where we are right now.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival is the 24th edition. How are you maxing this opportunity that you get now to be the official photographer? How are you guys maxing that so you could reap all the benefits from it? What are you doing?
For the past few weeks, well, since we were contacted and told that we were the official photographers, we have basically been brainstorming and seeing how we can bring something new to the table, how we can make it stand out, and maybe get it next year. So basically, there are many other photographers, professionals out there. So we basically want to separate ourselves from them, see why.
What a good way you choose. Ooh, that's a big festival, premier festival.
Definitely. Basically show how we are different and how we are set apart and we are better standard, better quality.
The average Joe, they want to get your services. How do they do that?
Well, they can contact us via social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter by just going Wavemaker Photography or Wavemaker Photos. And we've also, last month, or in February actually, we launched our website. So it's wavemakerphotography.com. So you can just go to contact us and right there
you do weddings, you do everything.
Do everything.
Anything you want us to snap, we snap in.
Tut bagay.
I like that. I like that. Tut bagay. All right, now what did the tourist board ask you? What are they looking for from you? What did they say they want from you? What stuff? Well, you have to give them 1,000 photos, 6 million photos. What are the requirements? What are they asking you?
Well, we can't tell you that.
Okay.
No, but seriously, we just have to say thank you to the tourist board because again, there's veterans in the game who constantly, they're consistent in their work. They produce good work.
Yes.
So they didn't have to come with, a young new company as it were, young photographers. So what they've asked us is really to just, make sure that we capture the essence of the festival and not only just the artists, but also, the atmosphere, the emotions, actually be able to see the emotions in the artists and even more so, St. Lucia. We want to actually showcase St. Lucia, and there's a way that we can do that. And Jesse and I have been brainstorming in different ways
Okay.
things that have not been tried at all with photography for the St. Lucia Jazz Festival.
You want to give us a hint? 'Cause I like photography. I like stuff like
Well, just make sure you look up in the air sometimes. Just leave it at that.
there's always
You never
the
know.
sky in there somewhere.
You never know.
Create the atmosphere. I wish you guys, all the best with that, because I like when, young people involved in stuff, because young people have a different eye. They have a different way of looking at things all together, So it's good that the tourist board could give you the bly in doing so. Let's talk a little about the the arts component, Dahlia, to the festival, and how you guys approaching that this year.
A lot of us tend to focus on the music, which is, your jazz. But it's really the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival now. And so the arts component consists of, we have Blue Session, which is St. Lucia's best poets coming together in one production. We also have the famous, or at least it's becoming very popular and famous, the haute couture of the fashion component.
Yeah.
This year we will be having the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Village, which will be in Rodney Bay. So it is from the mall. It starts between the two malls.
That's the new vibes now between the two malls.
It's between Baywalk Mall and Rodney and JQ Mall.
JQ Mall.
And it extends all the way down to the Cabana yard.
Wow.
So
very
quite
nice.
a few things will be happening within, the strip, along the strip. We also have a piece that we feature theater on the Friday night. I'm not sure if you're aware, but last year there was a production going on before our performances on the Friday night, and that will happen again.
Yes.
It's directed by Miss Melissa Giddens. So we will feature theater on the Friday night as well. We have an exhibition which will take place within Rodney Bay as well, within the Cabana, the strip area. So there's quite a bit of artsy things going on during the festival that you'd want to look out for.
Great stuff. And also, speaking of activists, I just got straight there because I just got the news that cultural activist Frank Norville passed away this morning. So that's sad news for us here, Yeah, but we'll take on that. I just kind of took my attention there for a little.
And we will highlight Charles Cadet. There will be a tribute to Charles Cadet on May the 3rd. The CDF has a program tribute to our cultural icons. And we've incorporated that as part of the arts components of the festival. And so that'll happen May 3rd at the National Cultural Center.
That's good stuff.
Yes.
That's good stuff, because I know they're working on a huge show for Charles Cadet, because they have so much music of his that haven't been released. I'm supposed to be part of that as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Good. I also heard the educational component to the festival. Talk a little about that. What happens with that?
The festival does have an educational component. This year we will have the director for dance from the Edna Norman Manley College coming out of Jamaica. She will be doing a week with our dancers in St. Lucia. She will be teaching them technique and will feature. She will kind of teach them dance as it pertains or it relates to theater, that type of thing. So we'll be doing that for a week, but we're doing it from May 11th. The Monday after jazz, going the week after, because a lot of the dancers themselves are involved in jazz. And so they're kind of under pressure to be performing and all of that. So we will be doing it after. We will also be teaming up with the St. Lucia School of Music. One of our artists from Thursday Jazz Showcase, be it Alain Jean-Marie or Joey DiFrancesco, we normally choose one of the artists to work with the St. Lucia School of Music. So that will be happening as well. This year we've done some work with the Venezuelan embassy, who has partnered with us. They've given to us an artist, Miguel Ciso, who's coming from Venezuela. He will be doing Jazz on the Square and other gigs, but he also, primarily for them, they want to do some educational work as well. So they will be working with the School of Music, the Royal St. Lucia Police Band, and all our interested musicians.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit in terms of education. We do a culinary workshop in Soufre and Choiseul. We do it with the Soufre and Choiseul secondary schools, as they are actually the champions. There was a culinary experience, and they competition, sorry, and
Yeah.
they did very well.
Yeah.
So they will be working with some chefs from their
Wow.
community and idols, you know, that they can get hands-on experience and, you know, just kind of talk and figure out, you know, where do you go from here? Yes,
Okay.
you do culinary and you do cooking, as we used to call
How
it
can you
in
make a
school.
living
But then,
from
yeah,
this?
how does that, you know, translate or convert to me making a living type of thing? So we will be doing that as well. So there's a lot of education going on.
I see a lot of Nina Comptons coming. Yeah,
That's right.
I see a lot of Nina Compton. Since we're in the South, let's talk about, you know, jazz in the South. It's not part of the festival this year. And is that adding a strain on the tourist board? How are you guys feeling about that?
Jazz in the South will not be out this year. However, from last year, there's a group called Movement Awesome. They did jazz grand finale last year, where they decided that they wanted to be the last thing to happen for jazz. What they say, the icing on the cake type of thing.
All right.
So, you know, they had their activity on the Sunday after jazz.
I remember very well.
That will be happening.
I didn't make it, but I remember.
Yes, it's happening as well.
Okay,
And yes,
okay.
since we're not doing jazz in the South, then we will build up on that one, at least for this year. I'm optimistic, and I know the jazz in the South will happen for the 25th anniversary next year.
Okay.
Moving from the South, in terms of fringe and community events, there's a lot going on. If we can start from your area, there's Fire Grill Jazz.
Yeah, that's growing.
They have they from Sunday to Sunday, so there's like a week. So it goes pretty much this way. April 30th, we start with the opening. May the 1st, we go to Soufre. So there's Soufre Creole Jazz and
Jack Yo.
And all of us in here, so help me get everything right.
WCK, there's Future Lights, there's Afal, there's
Tedison John, and there
Barbara Cadet is on there.
That's right. So that happens on May the 1st. That's the Friday. The Friday night, we also have what we call Grozile Cultural Explosion, which is the Friday night event enhanced. And so on that Friday night, we promote jazz. You know, we do a little, we add a little, you know, a little cultural element to the whole vibe. So you have your still walkers and you know, your go movement, that type of thing added to the celebrations on
I also
Friday.
sang there last year. I think I sang with a pan side last year with your pan time in the streets.
Yes, we feature a couple artists. So that is happening again on May the 1st. That's Friday. Saturday, you have Fordor Jazz going on. Fordor Jazz should be announcing their lineup pretty soon. I spoke with them yesterday, and they should be doing that between today and tomorrow. So we should be hearing from Fordor Jazz. But I did get a sneak peek into the lineup. It looks very interesting.
Oh, you don't want to share?
It looks very interesting.
Oh, fair, you want to tell me?
I could just say that I saw something Zookish in there, some interesting genres. So let's see. That's all I'm allowed to say for today.
I can understand.
Won't steal the show. They will make the announcement.
You give us a lot of information. We're happy to have you here, Dahlia Gunn. So, Dahlia, the question, what are we going to ask? People calling already. What are we going to ask?
Simple question.
Okay.
We just need to know, what is the name of Destra's band?
Ooh. You know that, Jesse? You know that? You know that? All right. 452-3192. I know it's an easy question. So which line do I go through? All right, let's go to this line here. Hi, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Who we have on here this afternoon?
Lucia.
Hi, Lucia. One thing, Lucia, you one lucky woman. Once you hear giveaways, your hand on that thing, click, click, click. You ain't
because
playing
I'm
that?
listening to the radios, you see.
Not just the radios.
I'm listening to the wave.
All right, because they have endless other stations. You're listening to the wave. You got to get that right. Lucia, you heard the question. What is the name of Destra's band?
The Bacchanal Band.
That's true, Dahlia?
Is it?
Is it?
What did she say? I can't hear.
The Bacchanal Band.
Yes, absolutely correct.
I just wanted to hear you say yes.
Very correct.
Very correct. Very, very correct. Lucia.
Hi, TC.
You know what you want yourself, right? Because you're listening to the wave. Duh.
Yes, I did. Yes, I do.
You got yourself a ticket to the opening. Who you looking forward to seeing for the opening?
Destra.
Destra. That's my girl as well. All right, you come to the Wave with proper ID, Lucia.
Yes.
And we will hook you up, right?
All right then.
All right, Lucia. That was easy, huh?
Yes, very.
Think you could get a harder question next week? Bring more tickets next week?
Making it simple.
With a harder question, more tickets?
Why would you want a harder question?
I don't know. Excitement. Jazz Grooves on the Wave. All right, again, my friends here, we have James Ajuda and also Jesse Evans from Wave Maker Photography. Thank you guys for dropping by. I wish you all the best, not just for this jazz, but any, your future vibe. Anything you want to tell the youths, man, before we go, those interested in photography, what are you going to say to them? Or just in general to open their own business at all? What are you going to say to them?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be just limited to photography. I mean, once you have a vision of something that you want to do and you really believe in your product or your vision, whatever it may be, you can achieve it. Once you believe it, you can achieve it. And that's really what we've been focusing on with Wavemaker Photography. We started with absolutely nothing. We said, we wanted to do this.
From the bottom.
Now we're here.
All right.
That's it. And that's it. If you really do believe it, it's possible. And the fact that, the tourist board were able to, really see what we were bringing to the table and appreciate that.
That's like a booster.
Exactly. Anybody in St. Lucia, if you have a vision and something and you really put the effort and the good quality into your work, then it's possible. Anything is possible.
All right, good. Jesse, you want to add to that?
Yes. In addition to believing in yourself, you reap what you sow. So basically, what you put in is what you get out.
Boy,
so
you sounding like my mother, boy. Jesse, pull out now. Oh, God.
So whether it be photography or whatever line of work that they're in, put in the effort and you'll succeed.
You'll see the rewards.
Yes, definitely.
Well said. Dahlia, tickets on sale online on the box office.
Yes, tickets are available online, and also the box office. The sale at the various,
all of the sales.
Yes, all of the outlets at the sale. I've been Viewfort. There's one at Baywalk Mall. There's one on Jeremy Street. So just
Clark Street V4.
That's right.
Yeah.
Also for the opening, I know Steve Barber's shop.
Yeah, that's the box office as well. Steve's Barber
tickets
shop
as well. Yes. So
Splendor Gibson Mall as well at the Gibbelwoods Mall.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. So these are where your tickets are available. On the opening, it's $50 in advance and $60
at the door.
At the door.
Okay.
And yes, and we do have.
You didn't give us a lineup, You don't think I let you off yet?
You would never let me off on that. I know that for sure. So I'm going all around before I get to the meet.
Yes. Time running, I'm watching you. Yeah.
So you need to buy your tickets. I know last year a lot of people waited late and we were forced to close the gates.
Oh, yeah.
So we tend to be people who buy our tickets last minute. And so last year, quite a few people were surprised when we reached capacity and had to close.
You had to close up and say that's enough.
We have to meet our requirements and our standards, exactly.
Safety
your safety requirements. So you'd want to think of buying your ticket early. I mean, it's $10 off anyway.
Ticket holders get first priority, right?
That's
you just walk through.
That's right. And you get to save $10 at least for a Heineken beer or something.
That's
Official
the point.
beer of the St.Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. But I guess.
That's a beer.
Yes. The lineup. We have not mentioned our local cast for the lineup. And so, drum roll, guys. What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen,
we have
the official lineup for the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival grand opening April 30th. And the local lineup is...
We have Dupes.
Hey! Here we go.
Invader.
Nice.
Sidale and Wildfire. And Arthur Ale. They will all open for Chronix and Destra.
It sounds good. So yes. Papa Vader, let me see if I get it right. Papa Vader is the master of this, guys. He'll be there. Alpha Ale, he is Groovy Monarch 2K14. Mr. Num will be there. Yeah. Who else to say? Dupes, that's Dupes from the South.
That's right. He'll be there.
Deep on the floor. And then, I'm guilty. Right. That's Dupes. Who else we have again? Dupes. And Pandemonium. Yum. That's the deal. And Wildfire. So that's exciting. Well done. I like the lineup. You like it? You guys like it? Yeah? I like it. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. What else you gonna add, Dahlia? I could free you up now because I know you have things to do. You have things to do, measy
we
things.
got a lot. We got a quarter to in terms of our community and fringe activities. So just to wrap up, I think we got to 4 door.
Yeah.
Sunday, Ancillary has an activity on May the 3rd. It's called Jazz Out West. So you'll want to support. What else is happening? Moshi. Is on
we know
Tuesday.
Moshi. That's the 6th. Yeah.
Moshi is Monday's the 4th. Moshi is May the 5th. So is Moshi Musica Creole. They will be. I think you had her a couple weeks ago.
Yes, we had her in there. We had her in there.
So they have that
they
going
have a good
on.
lineup.
You have Jazz on the Square, like we mentioned, that you don't want to forget. There's tea time jazz happening as well. There's Jazz on the Strip, which is part of the village. So it's between the 2 malls in Rodney Bay. So you have that going on as well. You also have, there's dinner jazz at Rainforest Hideaway in Marigot. You will notice that Marigot normally is one of our venues for jazz, but they're not doing jazz this year. So in Marigot, it'll be at the Rainforest Hideaway, the restaurant. So it'll be dinner jazz. I saw some interesting folks on there like Emerson Nurse and Zach Popo and Krista.
Nice.
So there was some Jab Duplessis. I was privileged to see some names in the week. So we will circulate that, but they're on as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I think Blue Coral Mall has jazz from Monday, May the 4th to Wednesday as well during the lunchtime hour, and then Jazz on the Square picks up from the Wednesday to the Friday. So there's a lot of things.
Well coordinated.
Very well coordinated,
clash,
so we don't clash, and so we can experience, the entire island kind of. And I mentioned previously we have Viewfort, the